Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this amazing rock. This is How to App on iOS, and I'm your host Jade, and it's the start of another new week. And this week is Guitar Week. Yeah. Let's try that again, actually. This week is Guitar Week. There we go. Bit of death metal in the morning. I hope everybody's doing well. This is the first time I've kind of really been out of bed for the whole weekend because I've been really sick. But shit happens, eh? Here we are. And we're going to be looking at this week a whole collection of awesome guitar amp sim apps on iOS. So, without further ado, who have we got here today? G'day Pete, SM Borthwick, Tom, and Paul's Travel Recipes and Reviews. Hope you're all doing well. Stu, g'day. All right, what are we looking at today? Let's get straight into it. Let's not muck around. We're looking at Tonebridge today, everybody's free favorite app. And my mouse isn't working, so I'm having to use this. There we are. There's my screen. Okie doke. So, Tonebridge, everybody's favorite free guitar sim. Let's have a look. Tonebridge, it's free. There it is. It's on the App Store. I recommend, if you don't have it, you're crazy, go get it right now. It's really cool, and it's a great place to dip your toe into the water of guitar sims. There it is on the App Store. Let's get into it without further ado. I'm going to grab my guitar. So today I'm going to be playing a combination of my ESP 7-string and my ESP 6-string. Yes, my guitars are inbred. And so what I'm going to do first is just bring up the app before we show you how you can use it. I've already got pedal boards set there. There we go. So when you load up the screen, the first thing you will see is this. And basically, this is a whole selection of tones that people have made that reflect artists and their albums, particular songs, particular albums, and you have a plethora of artists. It is a community-based app, so people who upload their amps and sims and pedals and all of that stuff, it is community-based. You can create your own and you can upload them as well. All you need to do is actually log in. I think you log in and set up through Facebook and connect, and then that gives you the catalog here. So first we'll just have a look at what pops up on the start. So across the top you've got a whole look, you've got black metal, clean it. Let's click on black metal to start off with. So straight away you get a whole lot of black metal bands. Now the thing I love about this app before playing any of the tones is you will find really obscure artists here. That's really cool. Like looking at, I don't think I've ever downloaded a guitar amp sim where there've been stuff like Satyricon, Mayhem, Darkthrone, all these really full-on black metal bands. These aren't commonly known black metal bands, but they're all just sitting here, and that's really cool. People are putting up some really amazing stuff. So across the top you can see nu metal, Metallica, but there's even bass sounds on here, pop hits, acoustic songs. Just underneath there's a whole top of the week that people submit, and down the bottom you've got a little bit more of a smaller list of other stuff people have uploaded. You can search for things, so even you click across the catalog across the bottom there and do a search up in the top right hand corner. Let's do something like Frank Zappa. Okay, so he's there. See, not much, but still, it's something, So what have we got there? Don't eat the yellow snow. No Joe's Garage. I'm quite surprised by that. And when you click on it, there's your pedal sitting right there ready for you to play with. Okay, let's get out. So look, it's very easy to find stuff. You just do a search, find it, and then you add it to a favorite. You just click Starr and add it to your favorite. You've got a workshop in the middle where you can actually create your own pedals, which is really cool. You can see I've got a few I've made here, and we're gonna before we get into looking at things too seriously, I'm gonna make one on the fly in a sec. When you save favorites, they go to a section here which you can organize by date, artist, and song, which is really cool. So you can save all your favorite pedals. As you can see, I have an absolute crap ton of them. And the last button along the bottom is your pedal boards. Now this is really cool. This is something they only added a little while back. So you can create whole pedal boards, and if you have a look, I'll just change the screen so it's a bit bigger there, sorry. I already have a whole bunch of these things set up. So let's see, let's go up the top. Let's have a look at, I'm sure I've got like a Metallica one here, Anthrax. Let's just have a look at Slayer. So there is a whole pedal board full of Slayer pedals with all their songs across all their albums. So I can on tap go and find any pedal for any song that I have saved. I'm such a anal retentive person. I've even gone in here and separated all of Metallica's pedals by their album. So it's the Black Album, Death Magnetic. I don't know why Saint Anger is here. All these pedals just should be in the bin. It's the worst album. That's another story. So Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, got Faith No More stuff, stuff I use for my band FMC, all my favorite pedals there. So that's pretty cool as well. All right, do we have a guitar sound actually happening here? Oh wow, we've actually got a guitar. Cool. Let's go into workshop. Now I'm going to create a new pedal. So we can hit plus, and this is what pops up for you. It is a create a preset, and you get a whole bunch of pedals here sitting across the top. So you've got your cabinet, you've got your heads, a couple of pedals, and you can start building from here. So let's straight up go in and put some distortion. Let's find some distortion. So you'll see the plus sign at the end. Click on that, and then all these pedals pop up. What are we looking for? Sure. Universal pedals. We've got pre-processing pedals, noise gates, all that kind of thing. Keep scrolling down. Post-processing. So you've got your delays. What's this? This says it's called a thrasher. Thrash, nasty, and it's got a whole bunch of keywords for each one down the bottom. So let's just click this because it says thrash, nasty, scoot. Okay. Now, it doesn't do much at all. So we want to, I don't actually, you know what? I don't. Now, how do we get rid of them? See, let's remove that. I actually want something a little bit different than that. There we go. Pedal removed. Let's go back again. I didn't actually practice this before doing this show. What is this one? Distortion, modern, versatile. So hard to find something that's just total black metal. Black metal. So we got a haze, fuzz. Here we go. Let's try this one. Cool. Alrighty, and as you can see here, you've got all these knobs to change everything. You can change your distortion. You've got your lows, highs, mids. There we go, a bit buzzy there. Cool. So let's just save that. Don't want to go too much into it. As you know, it's only 20 minutes. We're just delving into this. And that should have saved the pedal as a new preset. There it is there selected. You can rename your pedal. You can edit it further down the bottom edit section. You can change the effect across here. Whoops. Change the effect. Make it more brutal. Pull it right back down. You've got volume. You can even add a picture to it as well. You can add your own artwork to these pedals. That's some pretty cool stuff. And you can publish it. So down the bottom in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see publish. And that'll go up to their cloud. So whenever anybody does a search, you can name it and people can find it and share it. Pretty cool stuff. So that's automatically saved to my pedal board. Okie dokie. Let's scoot over to here so you can see that I am actually playing my guitar. So there is my guitar there. What have we got? I'm just having a look at words here. I think I've probably got Pete and Dave Grohl saved in there as well. So we're going to head over to pedal boards anyway. Where have I got that stuff? So you'll see across the top here I've got like metal, rock, and Nirvana and stuff like all that could be in here. What have I got in here? Voodoo Child, so Steve Vai, Lenny Kravitz. So I've got pretty much basic rock stuff. I've got some Foo Fighters in here. Let's click on that. Iron Maiden, Infinite Dreams. I'm pretty sure this is a Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb. Pretty basic stuff in here. Stuff I don't even know why. I just have random stuff in there. Metal, what's in here? Let's have a look. Wow, it's not very metal stuff in here. I don't even know why I called it metal. I'm going to go down to my favorite kind of stuff, my FMC save. So what I use for my demos for FMC. So let's grab this one by Terrorizer. Cool. Okay, so you get the general idea of what's going on. This is some pretty powerful stuff for free. I mean, it's free. You can't really go wrong with that. Now, just before I go on, we're going to move over into GarageBand, and I'll show you the various ways you can use this in GarageBand. But before we do that, you know what time it is. Here's MRD. Nothing like a warm cup of tea in the morning. So let's get out of this app. Let's close it down. Before I do, I'm just going to flick through a couple of these tones here. There's a reason I'm doing that. And we'll close that out. So now we've got no sound on the guitar. Now I'm going to go into GarageBand, open up this song I pre-organized earlier. And these are some drums for one of my FMC songs called The Story of the Sadistic Seagull Fucker. And we are going to make sure this guitar is selected in this track. We want it monitored. Cool, so we've got the guitar running through GarageBand right now. do believe. Now, the beautiful part about this is I've just got a clean sound now coming through GarageBand, so nothing too exciting here. But you can add Tonebridge in your plugins. So we open up our track settings, go to Edit, and we're going to add Tonebridge down here. So we scroll through, there it is. And now it should be cool. Now that's connected. Okay, you can open this up as well and see the sound you've got. The one thing I wish they really would do, but look, I'm nitpicking here because the thing's free. So, is when I make this larger, I'd love to have more options. I'd love to be able to have more of the options that I have as a full screen app. Okay, because you really only get this. You can't really go in and edit it or anything like that. And you can't just go in and select another pedal, which sucks. So what you can do is search. So before I clicked over into GarageBand, why I went and clicked on a few different sounds that I was going to use, as you can see, the top few selections there were the last 5 pedals that I clicked. So all of those pedals from my pedal board are now available in search at the top of the list. Because what the app actually does in this variation in GarageBand, it only remembers the order of the last few pedals that you click. So if you have a look here, you can see that that Pink Floyd one, the Iron Maiden, the Foo Fighters one, all those are clicked here as well. And everything else is like from the last time I actually used it this way. This is Jack Johnson, Tool, a bunch of things like that. So we're going to stay clicked on this Terrorizer pedal. Go back to there, hit done. You do have to sign up for it if you want to save favorites. That's the only thing you have to sign in for. I mean, it's a small price to pay to use your Facebook account to sign up. I've never had them. From what I remember, they don't really ask for any information. There's no like intrusive stuff like, your location, anything like that. So that's a really cool thing. So don't fret too much about that as it is free. So let's have a play to these drums and see if I can actually play as fast as I need to for this song. Let's go. What is the chords? Okay. Cool. Hit stop there. Let's hear some playback. It's pretty rough. Cool. So as you can see, it's pretty damn easy to smash out some guitar with this thing. But there is another way to do it, if you would like to know. So let's ditch this track here we just recorded, delete that, and I'm going to close out of GarageBand. Can actually get rid of that Tonebridge track as well. So now I'm going to close out of GarageBand for this, and I'll show you why. Let's get rid of that. Now we've got a blank canvas. So I'm now actually going to use Audio Bus, and I use Audio Bus sometimes to record stuff just because I like having the flexibility to be able to open the app full screen, and so I use it as an inter-app audio, which may be disappearing soon. We all know that, but while it's still here, I'm still going to use it, and it's still cool. So let's open Audio Bus. If you don't have Audio Bus, I do suggest getting it because it is really cool. It gives you more options when you are using apps. So I'm going to hit input, and we're going to go with this Steinberg. So my guitar's in track 1. Then in the second little section here for this, you can select your effect. I'm going to choose Tonebridge. Then I'm going to launch it. Excuse me. Great, so that's launched. Now you'll notice over here, I've got this little side panel that's appeared. It's disappeared now. So in the third little box here, this is the output. I'm going to choose GarageBand for this. Then select it. This activates it within... cool. So there's my chain of effects there. So I've got my input, got Tonebridge, and I've got GarageBand set up. So let's go into GarageBand. Now, as I said, over here, you've got this little panel that's opened up. Now, this gives you access to all of the chain that you've got without having to open up the actual chain. So you can quickly click over Tonebridge, choose your effects over here. So let's go back into my pedal board. And we'll choose this sound effect. Now if I click on the GarageBand, there's my option to go back into GarageBand. And as you can see, I can actually record in GarageBand using the controls here. So I've got play and record. I don't even have to be looking at GarageBand. This is what's cool about Audio Bus before they take it away from us. So let's go back into GarageBand, and what I'm going to do is create a new track. Oops, there we go. A new clean track. We want to hit record and monitor, make sure everything's... And there we are again. There's my guitar coming through on GarageBand, and I have the option to flick over and actually choose my pedals from here. And then I could go in and edit the pedal on the fly if I want to add another guitar pedal to it. So you can edit all these preset pedals as well. So this is why I use Audio Bus. And you can do this for any DAW, remember. So like Audio Pro, Cubasis, same thing applies. And let's go back to GarageBand and do another quick recording of this. I'll turn down the mic this time. There you go. pretty damn cool. What do you think? I love this app. I love its simplicity. I love the cost of it. And it's just a go-to app, especially if you are looking for a sound similar to a band. That's the most beautiful thing about it, the ease of that. I want something that sounds like Tool. I can do that. I can flick straight across here, go into my pedal boards. I think I already have some Tool stuff saved. Where are we? Slayer, Anthrax, Tool. And there we go. Okay, there we go. Now we're keeping these things short this week because we've got a lot of stuff happening. Let's turn down the volume on my guitar. And head back to GarageBand there. So, there you have it. That is, in 20 minutes, a quick breakdown of Tonebridge. If you haven't used it before, you can see there's quite a bit of power there for absolutely $0 outlay. And it integrates beautifully into GarageBand. So if it integrates nicely into GarageBand, it integrates pretty much into everything else nice and easy. What are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow we are looking at Bias FX2. A little bit more of a complex app than this one, definitely, especially in the price, because even with the upgrade from Bias FX1, Positive Grid were offering a saving of a bunch of money for migrating everything from Bias 1 to Bias 2. I ended up paying $109 to unlock the entire package. But as you will see tomorrow, there is an absolute shit ton of stuff in Bias FX2 that is pretty incredible. I will say up front now, the only letdown is there's no AUV3, which is absolutely infuriating. I'm really hoping that they add it to one of their updates. And I'm really hoping that my Spark amp from Positive Grid arrives, I don't know, maybe within the next year. Who knows? So, I hope this has been helpful for you today. I've got, so there's Bias FX2 and 2 other amp sims. I think I'm looking at V-Stomp, which is really cool. And I forget the other one, which I'm looking at, GE Labs. Also, they're both really cool. I will be looking at things like Starr and a few other ones a bit later down, but I'm trying to split these things up into segments of weeks of things. So this week's guitar week, next week's going to be vocals. We're going to be heading back to drums soon because I have a whole bunch of other new drum things to show you all. But that's it for today. I hope this has been valuable. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. And just let me pull my microphone over here. So thank you all for joining me in the chat. If you are here on the replay, thanks for hanging out as well. Let's see, I go through all the usual ad stuff. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can find me on Facebook as well. And my Patreon is coming soon. If you saw the show last Thursday, if you didn't, go back and have a look at that. Hope you all have a wonderful day, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow at the same time for a bit of Bias FX2. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday if you're overseas. And enjoy your Monday if you're here in Australia. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.